All right, so you're thinking about going for a performance lighting technician role, huh?
That's awesome.
We've got a ton of great resources to help prep, like career guides
Interview tips.
and even some AI magic from RoleCatcher.
Oh, yeah, to really help you nail those answers.
Are you ready to make those spotlights shine on you?
It's a really cool field.
It is.
It's not just about those technical skills.
Really.
It's bringing a show to life, creating the atmosphere and really making those performances just pop.
Absolutely. And speaking of making things pop, the demand for lighting professionals is supposed to grow something like 8%
Wow.
over the next few years.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of bright lights and even brighter opportunities out there.
For sure.
But before we get into all the really, really in-depth stuff about the interview questions,
Okay.
let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
What exactly does a performance lighting technician do all day long?
Right.
Is it all rock concerts and flashing lights?
Well, it's definitely not all rock concerts,
Yeah.
although those can be pretty epic.
I bet.
You're like the wizard behind the curtain.
Okay.
When it comes to lighting design, you're setting up, focusing programming, and operating all those amazing lights that make the stage come alive.
I see.
It could be for a concert, a play, a corporate event, you name it.
Oh, wow. So it's a really good mix of creative vision and technical know-how.
Absolutely. You're working so closely with directors, designers, the whole production team, just to make sure that lighting enhances the performance
Cool.
and brings the director's vision to life.
Very cool.
You're dealing with everything from traditional spotlights, color washes, to all the cutting-edge LED systems and moving lights that are controlled by, you guessed it, sophisticated lighting consoles.
Nice. And did you mention the smoke machine?
Oh, and of course, the smoke machine.
I'd have the smoke machine.
Yeah.
So that sounds really cool, but I imagine there's a lot more to it than just playing with cool gadgets.
Yeah.
What's the work environment really like day to day?
It's definitely hands-on and dynamic. You could be working in theaters, concert venues, outdoor festivals, even TV studios.
Oh.
It's really fast-paced. You're constantly problem-solving, adapting to changes, and making sure that those lights hit their cues perfectly.
So not for the faint of heart.
No.
But what about the long-term outlook?
Right.
How does someone climb that lighting ladder and reach those dazzling heights?
Oh, there are so many paths you can take.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you could specialize in a particular type of lighting, like concert or theatrical.
Okay.
You could move into a supervisory or management role, leading a team of lighting techs. You could even go freelance and work on all different kinds of projects.
So much variety.
Yeah,
It sounds like the key is to really never stop learning and evolving.
exactly. Technology in this field is constantly evolving, so you've got to stay curious. Keep up with all the latest advancements.
Okay.
Attend workshops, take online courses, experiment with new software, and network with other lighting professionals.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and build that portfolio. Show off your best work and let those lights shine.
And speaking of shining, let's talk about how to really shine in that interview.
Yes,
And that's where RoleCatcher comes in.
absolutely. RoleCatcher can be your secret weapon.
Okay.
They have this incredible AI that analyzes job descriptions.
Oh, wow.
And gives you tailored feedback on your interview answers.
Really?
It's like having a personal coach in your pocket, helping you craft those perfect responses and really highlight your skills and your experience.
That's so cool. Okay, are you ready to dive into some of these interview questions?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with one that seems really basic,
Okay.
but it's actually a great opportunity to make a strong first impression.
All right.
Tell me about yourself and your experience in lighting.
It seems simple, but this is your chance to set the stage and capture their attention.
Okay.
Don't just recite your resume. Weave a story that highlights your passion for lighting
Right.
and showcases your most relevant skills and experience.
Like?
Yeah, maybe you started out tinkering with lights in your high school drama club, or maybe you were just always fascinated by the way light can transform a space.
Right.
Whatever your story is, make it engaging and connect it to why you're excited about this specific role.
That's a great tip. Make it personal and let your enthusiasm shine through.
Yes.
Now, what about a question like, what are your strengths and weaknesses as a lighting technician?
Oh, I know, right?
Everyone dreads that one.
Yeah, but it's a classic for a reason.
Okay.
When you're talking about your strength, focus on those skills that are most relevant to the job description.
Right.
Be specific. Don't just say hard worker.
Yeah.
Give examples of how you've demonstrated those strengths in previous roles.
Okay.
As for weaknesses, choose something that you're actively working on improving.
I see.
Maybe you're a bit of a perfectionist,
Okay.
which you can actually frame as a positive, like attention to detail,
Right.
and you're learning to delegate more effectively. Show them you're self-aware and committed to growth.
So turn those weaknesses into opportunities for improvement. I like that.
Yeah.
Now let's get a little more technical.
Okay.
How about this one? Describe your experience working with various lighting systems.
This is where you get to show off your technical chops.
Nice.
Mention the specific lighting systems that you've worked with,
Okay.
including brands and models like ETC EOS consoles, Granime consoles, Martin lighting fixtures, you name it.
Cool.
Highlight your proficiency in programming, operating, and troubleshooting those systems.
Okay.
And don't forget about those trendy LED systems.
Oh.
Those are hot right now.
LEDs are like the rock stars of the lighting world these days.
They are.
What would be a good way to showcase your LED knowledge?
Definitely mention your experience with all the different types of LEDs,
Okay.
like wash lights, moving heads, PR cans, talk about color temperature, color rendering indexes,
Okay.
DMX control protocols. And if you've got experience with pixel mapping or other advanced LED techniques, definitely drop that in there.
Nice.
Remember, details matter.
Yeah.
The more specific you are, the more you'll impress them with your knowledge and expertise.
Details are key. Got it. Now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about teamwork.
All right.
How would you approach a question like, how do you collaborate with other members of a production team to ensure the lighting supports the overall vision of the show?
This one is all about communication and collaboration.
Okay.
Emphasize your ability to work effectively with directors, designers, stage managers, and other technicians.
Right.
Talk about how you actively listen to their ideas, incorporate their feedback,
Okay.
and use your technical skills to translate their vision into a stunning lighting design.
Yeah.
Give specific examples of successful collaborations from past productions,
Oh.
highlighting your role in the team's success.
So it's not just about knowing the tech. It's about being a team player who can bring everyone's ideas together.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about safety for a second.
Okay.
I imagine that's a really big deal in a field with so much electrical equipment and, potential hazards everywhere.
Sure.
How would you answer the question? How do you ensure the safety of yourself and others when working with lighting equipment?
Safety is absolutely paramount.
Okay.
Highlight your understanding of safe work practices,
Okay.
including properly handling electrical equipment, using personal protective equipment, securing ladders and rigging,
Right.
and adhering to all the OSHA guidelines.
Of course.
Mention any safety certifications that you have,
Uh-huh.
and emphasize your proactive approach to identifying and mitigating potential hazards.
Yeah.
You want to assure them that you take safety seriously,
Right.
and you prioritize the well-being of everyone on set.
That's really important because no one wants a show to go dark because of an avoidable accident.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about troubleshooting.
Okay.
Something every lighting technician has to be a pro at.
For sure.
How would you answer a question like, how do you troubleshoot technical issues with lighting equipment?
This is your chance to really show off your problem-solving skills.
Awesome.
Describe your methodical approach to identifying and resolving technical issues.
Fine.
Mention any diagnostic tools you use, like multimeters or software analyzers. And don't forget about those soft skills. Highlight your ability to stay calm under pressure, communicate effectively with the team,
Right.
and think creatively to find solutions quickly and efficiently.
So important.
Yeah, you want to demonstrate that you're a resourceful problem solver who can handle those unexpected glitches that inevitably pop up.
Right. Especially during a live show.
Especially.
Thinking on your feet is essential.
Yes.
Okay, now, how about a question that focuses on specific experience like, what experience do you have with LED lighting systems?
This is where you really get to shine if you've got a strong LED background.
Okay.
Be specific. Talk about the types of LED systems you've worked with.
Right.
Wash lights, moving heads, pixel-mapped fixtures, mention brands and models. And discuss your knowledge of their technical aspects like color, temperature, color rendering, dimming curves,
Got it.
and control protocols.
Okay.
And if you have any experience with programming complex LED effects
Right.
or integrating LEDs with other lighting systems,
Yeah.
definitely showcase that expertise.
So the key is to really paint a clear picture of your LE mastery.
Yes.
And it sounds like staying current with technology is really important.
It is.
How would you suggest someone answers? How do you stay up to date with new lighting technology and techniques?
This is your chance to show them you're a lifelong learner and a passionate lighting geek.
I love it.
Talk about your approach to continuing education.
Right.
Maybe you attend industry conferences like LDI or ProLight Plus Sound.
Right.
Maybe you're an avid reader of lighting publications or an active member of online lighting forums.
Uh-huh.
Do you experiment with new lighting software and gadgets in your free time? Let them know.
Cool.
Demonstrate that you're eager to stay ahead of the curve and embrace the ever-evolving world of lighting technology.
It sounds like this field is really all about blending creativity, technical skills, and a constant thirst for knowledge.
It is.
And with the help of RoleCatcher's AI,
yes,
you can really tailor your responses
Yeah,
to highlight those strengths and impress those interviewers.
absolutely.
Now, before we move on to even more juicy interview questions,
Oh, yeah.
let's take a quick pause to recharge those creative batteries.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll dive into even more tips and tricks to help you ace those performance lighting technician interviews.
Awesome. I'm ready.
Okay, we're back and ready to tackle more of those interview questions you might get in your performance lighting technician interview.
Yes.
And remember, we've got RoleCatcher in our corner to help us craft those winning answers.
RoleCatcher's AI is like having a backstage pass to interview success.
I like that.
It analyzes those job descriptions, provides feedback on your answers, and even helps you practice your delivery.
Nice.
It's like having a whole production crew
Oh, wow.
dedicated to helping you land that dream job.
Pretty amazing.
Okay.
Okay, let's jump into a question that tests your ability to think on your feet and adapt to change.
Okay.
Describe a time when you had to quickly adapt to a change in the production schedule or design.
Okay.
What's the best way to approach this kind of behavioral question?
This is where you get to show off your flexibility and problem-solving skills.
Okay.
Share a specific example from your experience where you faced an unexpected challenge and had to adjust quickly.
Right.
Maybe a piece of equipment malfunctioned right before a show,
Uh-huh.
or the director decided to make a last-minute change to the lighting cues.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation, walk them through the problem, how you communicated with the team,
Okay.
and the steps you took to find a solution.
Right.
The key is to highlight your ability to stay calm under pressure, think creatively, and collaborate effectively to keep the show running smoothly.
So it's all about showing them you can handle those curveballs that inevitably come up in live production.
Yeah.
Speaking of curveballs, how about this one? How do you prioritize competing lighting needs within a production?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine there are a lot of moving parts to juggle.
You're right. It's a delicate balancing act.
Okay.
Describe how you assess the needs of the production, taking into account the director's vision,
Right.
the technical limitations of the equipment, and the overall flow of the performance.
Okay.
You might need to prioritize certain lighting cues over others, make compromises due to budget constraints,
Right.
or find creative workarounds to achieve the desired effects.
Yeah.
Emphasize your communication skills in working with the team to ensure everyone understands the priorities and is on board with the final lighting design.
It's like being a lighting choreographer,
Kind of.
finding that perfect balance between the artistic vision and the technical execution.
Exactly.
Now, what about juggling multiple projects at once?
Yeah.
How would you answer a question like, how do you manage your time and prioritize tasks when working on multiple productions simultaneously?
This is where those organizational skills really come into play.
I bet.
Talk about your time management strategies.
So?
Maybe you use a detailed calendar project management software,
Right.
or even a good old-fashioned to-do list.
Right.
Explain how you break down large projects into smaller, manageable tasks.
Yeah.
Set deadlines and prioritize based on urgency and importance. And don't be afraid to mention your delegation skills.
Right.
Knowing when to ask for help and distribute tasks effectively is a sign of a strong leader, not a weakness.
So it's all about being a master of multitasking and staying organized amidst the chaos.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about feedback.
Okay.
In a collaborative field like this, how do you handle feedback from the director and other team members?
Right.
How would you answer a question like, how do you incorporate feedback from the director and other team members into your lighting design?
Feedback is essential for growth and improvement,
Of course.
especially in a collaborative creative process. Emphasize that you value feedback and see it as an opportunity to refine your work
Okay.
and ensure it aligns with the director's vision.
Makes sense.
Talk about how you actively solicit feedback,
Uh-huh.
listen attentively to suggestions,
Right.
and ask clarifying questions to ensure you understand their perspective.
Go ahead.
Highlight your ability to incorporate feedback constructively,
Right.
even if it means revisiting your design or trying a new approach.
Yeah.
Show them you're a team player who's open to learning and willing to compromise for the good of the production.
It sounds like being receptive to feedback and embracing collaboration are really key ingredients for success in this field.
For sure.
Now let's switch gears a bit and talk about a question that might throw some people off.
Okay.
What are your salary expectations?
Yeah.
This one can be tricky.
You're right. It's a question that often makes people squirm.
Right.
But it's important to be prepared with a well-researched and reasonable salary range in mind.
Okay.
Do your homework, look at industry salary surveys, websites like Glassdoor,
Right.
and consider the cost of living in the area where the job is located.
Makes sense.
Factor in your experience level skills and the specific responsibilities of the role, and be prepared to negotiate.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to advocate for your worth, but also be open to discussing other benefits and perks that might be part of the compensation package.
So it's about finding that sweet spot between knowing your value and being flexible during the negotiation process.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about another question that can sometimes catch people off guard.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, this is your chance to shine.
It is.
This is your opportunity to show them you've done your homework, you're curious about the company and the role,
Right.
and you're thinking beyond just getting the job.
Okay.
Ask questions that delve deeper into the company culture, the specific projects you'd be working on, or the opportunities for professional development.
Okay.
You could ask about their approach to lighting, design, their commitment to using sustainable practices,
Yeah.
or their vision for the future of the company.
I like that.
Asking thoughtful questions not only shows your interest,
Right.
but also helps you assess whether this is the right fit for you.
It's a two-way street. You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
Exactly.
Now let's take a moment to highlight RoleCatcher's AI magic once again.
Yes.
How can this tool help you prepare for these specific types of questions?
RoleCatcher is like having a secret weapon in your interview arsenal.
Okay.
Their AI analyzes the specific job description you're applying for,
Right.
and gives you tailored feedback on your answers.
Cool.
For example, if the job description emphasizes teamwork and collaboration,
Yeah.
RoleCatcher will highlight those skills in your responses and suggest ways to strengthen your answers in those areas.
Oh, wow.
It can even analyze your delivery through video practice,
Really?
giving you feedback on your body language, tone of voice, and overall presentation.
Wow.
It's like having a personal coach guiding you every step of the way.
It sounds like RoleCatcher can really help you fine-tune your answers and boost your confidence.
Absolutely.
Now let's dive into some more interview questions that might come up in your performance lighting technician interview. Ready to light up the room with your knowledge and expertise.
Bring on the questions. I'm feeling energized and ready to share even more tips and tricks to help you ace those interviews.
All right, we're back and ready to light up the rest of these interview questions.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a question that might seem a little bit intimidating.
Okay.
Describe a time you faced a challenging situation on a production and how you overcame it.
This is another one of those behavioral questions
Yeah.
where they're really trying to get a glimpse into your problem-solving process and
Okay.
how you handle pressure.
Right.
The key here is to choose a situation that really showcases your ability to think on your feet,
Yeah.
adapt to change, and find creative solutions.
Okay.
It could be a technical malfunction, a last-minute design change, a communication breakdown with the team, or even a personal challenge that affected your work. Whatever the situation, walk them through the problem, the steps you took to address it, the outcome, and what you learned from the experience.
So it's all about turning those challenges into opportunities for growth and showing them you can handle those unexpected moments that inevitably pop up in live production.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about a question that can sometimes throw people off.
Yeah.
What are your salary expectations? This one could be tricky.
You're right. It's a question that often makes people squirm, but it's important to be prepared with a well-researched and reasonable salary range in mind.
Okay.
Do your homework, look at industry salary surveys, websites like Glassdoor, and consider the cost of living in the area where the job is located.
Right.
Factor in your experience level, your skills, and the specific responsibilities of the role, and be prepared to negotiate.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to advocate for your worth, but also be open to discussing other benefits and perks that might be part of the compensation package.
So it's about finding that sweet spot between knowing your value and being flexible during the negotiation process.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about another question that can sometimes catch people off guard. Do you have any questions for us? This is your chance to really shine.
This is your opportunity to show them You've done your homework, you're curious about the company and the role, and you're thinking beyond just getting the job.
Right.
Ask questions that delve deeper into the company culture, the specific projects you'd be working on, or the opportunities for professional development.
I like it.
You could ask about their approach to lighting design, their commitment to using sustainable practices, or their vision for the future of the company.
Those are all good ones.
Asking thoughtful questions not only shows your interest, but also helps you assess whether this is the right fit for you.
It's a two-way street. You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
Exactly.
Now let's circle back to RoleCatcher one last time.
Okay.
How can their AI magic help you prepare for these final interview questions?
RoleCatcher is your secret weapon for crafting those perfect responses and nailing your delivery. Their AI analyzes the specific job description and provides tailored feedback on your answers, highlighting the key skills and experience that align with the role.
Cool.
For example, if the job description mentions experience with LED systems, RoleCatcher will help you weave that knowledge into your answers in a clear and compelling way. It can even analyze your delivery through video practice, giving you feedback on your body language, your tone of voice, and your overall presentation.
Wow.
It's like having a personal coach right there with you, helping you refine your skills and boost your confidence.
So with the help of RoleCatcher's AI and a little bit of preparation, you'll be ready to light up that interview room and make those spotlights shine on you.
For sure.
Before we wrap up, any final words of wisdom to leave our listeners with?
Remember, it's not just about technical skills. It's about passion, creativity, and the ability to collaborate and bring a vision to life. Let your enthusiasm shine through, be yourself, and don't be afraid to showcase your unique talents.
And don't forget to check out RoleCatcher. Their AI tools can make all the difference in crafting those winning interview answers.
Absolutely.
Best of luck out there, lighting wizards. We're excited to see you illuminating those stages and creating magic with your lighting skills.